How y'all doing out there again? Freddie Cozy checking in. Hope everything going well with everybody today. Everybody on the up and up and everything. Everything good with everybody. I just got off work, so I know you didn't see me a lot of time in this t-shirt. But be patient with me, man. I'm tired, man. I don't feel like I know my stuff a little rough too, so I've been out outside all day. I ain't got a little tan too. You can see that too. So, but anyway, man. Bear with me, man. I'm that tired. But I just wanted to talk about a story, that we often hear. Y'all know. I think I've said something talking about it a while back, but about the parable about the lost son, how that the prodigal son, as some say. But this time I kind of want to somewhat focus on the older son, because sometimes he likely sometimes get flack, because in the end of the story, he after his brother had came back from his hiatus and everything, he got kind of upset because how his father do a party for him and everything, and I want to just read a few of those scriptures. It starts in St. Luke, the 15th chapter. Starts at that 11th verse, but I think I'm gonna go down to the uh to the let's see, the 25th verse, 15 and 25, and I'm gonna read that. Uh, Now his elder son was in the field, and as he came and drew nigh to the house, he heard music and dancing. And he called one of the servants and asked what these things meant. And he said unto him, Thy brother is come, and thy father hath killed the fatted calf, because he hath received him safe and sound. And he was angry, and would not go in. Therefore came his father out and entreated him. And he answering said to his father, Lo, these many years do I serve thee, neither transgressed I at any time thy commandment, and yet thou never gavest me a calf, that I might make merry with my friends. But as soon as thy son was come, which have devoured thy living with harlots, thou hast killed for him the fatted calf. And he said unto him, Son, thou art ever with me, and all that I have is thine. It was meant that we should make merry and be glad. For this thy brother was dead and is alive again, and was lost and is found. I'm just going to stop right there, and go from there, I know I hear a lot of preachers, I'm sure you have, that because the feeling of the brother, he gets like I understand what way they're trying to get the message across to people, that, especially those saved people, how if a person been gone a while and then they come back, and you happy to see this person, because like I said, like the father was, he's saying he was glad that he received him. That servant said that his father said received him safe and sound. In other words, in one piece. So peace, they was glad to receive him, and he ain't had to get no bad message from anybody. Like some people, mothers and fathers get bad messages about their kids, if they go and get a sad message, And when it got down to the conversation, the main point that father wanted to get across to his older son, that the fact that he get received him safe and sound, and I'm gonna repeat another scripture, and also, the father said it was meant that we make merry and be glad, for thy son brother was dead and is alive again, and was lost and is found. In other words, he's saying his son, his brother, his brother have came to his senses, and all that was out there. He finally came to his knowledge that it wasn't worth anything, him leaving and doing, I guess, getting out there, like as some people say in our time, getting out there, it wasn't worth it. And the father said he received him safe and sound. In other words, like I say, he ain't get no bad message. He was able to come back. He came when he came himself with. If you read the other verses, it's saying the son, he had that talk with himself. He came to himself, you know, when he got to his lowest point, once he had came to himself and he came back, you know, like I say, a lot of people, I'm sure you know and been around other people that, you know, that story ain't always the case. Somebody go out or try to do their thing, that ain't always the case. That you get them to come back. You hear other things. You get what I'm saying. But like I say, the main thing I wanted to get across, you know, I understand the point of that you're supposed to, be kind of okay. The message is don't push that person aside if they come back. If they ain't came with that system, don't push that person back because they in, like I said, and did they thing, you know, they ain't seen that the grass ain't green on the side. Don't feel in such a way that that you reject that person because they ain't did that. That's the main point. You don't want to ever get, which is being the message, that's what they trying to hit home, that you don't want to be that way, that you just reject that person because they ain't made a mistake. You know, that's what they're trying to do. But sometime in the sense that sometimes that older son in this story get flacked, saying that, you know, and almost in a way that him being not transgressing, you know, against his father. Sorry, I'm still kind of mummy because my mouth's still trying to heal. But anyway, he gets a lot of flack, you know, some almost as if him doing that was nothing. It is something, you know, according to what the father, in the very end of the story, you know, the father said, and in 31st verse, he said, and he said unto him, Son, thou art ever with me, and all that I have is thine. In other words, in that verse, the father was telling the older son, in other words, if he had died, the father had died that day, everything that the father had, including that what his brother had got, it would be his if his father had died that day. You know, that's what he had to tell his older son. You know, because, you know, if you stand around for a while, you know, it may take a long time to get, you may don't see nothing, you know, doing right, or as we say, doing right. It's always something at the end of the tunnel. It's worth it in the end. And who to say, his father had to be pretty rich, you know. You know, according to where I'm thinking in this story, you know, he had to have some, you know, it said he divided his living. So it ain't no telling, it don't say how long the son was out, but it said he was out for a while, you know, and like I said, to devour all thy living. In other words, the son was trying to tell his father, he divided everything you and work hard for. And you just doing this for him, but don't, you know, that, and like I say, a lot of people, when they preach this story, they somehow get kind of, he gets the flack for feeling that way, and natural, you gonna feel that way. Jesus gave that. These are natural people, and the natural, you will feel that way. But I just kind of want to speak on the angle, the biggest angle of this, like that the father want to drive home to that older son that he had received him back. In other words, his brother had found how they said, he had came to himself and found the error of his ways, something like that. He found out that the grass wasn't green on the other side, and he came back and he got him safe and sound. In other words, you ain't got a dead brother. He didn't have a dead son, because like I say, in the natural, you know, I'm sure everybody knows somebody or heard somebody, you know, that don't have that same story. Somebody go out on their hiatus or do they thing, some people don't come back. You don't get to see that person, that family member no more. But anyway, the main thing I want to get across, you know, that son, that older son, for him not transgressing against his father had probably already put it in paper, or however they did it back then, that everything that he had was going to be in his hands. In other words, if he had died today, whatever the father had, including that best robe and all that, which the father had to give to him, he told the servant to give to that one who was out, because he had finally came back. That younger son had came back. You know, even that was going to be, if his father had died that day, that would have been the older son. So, but anyway, man, I just want to get that out there, get that kind of cleared up, you know. And it's worth, you know, keeping your mind, keep your head on straight, you know, and everything like that. It's going to work out in the end. It may take a while, but it's going to work out. Even some things you know what I'm saying, I'm looking for, you know, but like I say, I'm going to keep working You know what I'm saying? Some things, you know, even I have some things to work on. Everybody got something to work on themselves, you know, with, you know. But anyway, man, I don't want to keep going on and on, but I just kind of want to put that out there. You know, that older son kind of get a lot of flack. You know what I'm saying? But the father had to, you know, in the end, had to tell him, you know, be glad of this. You got your brother back, and I got a son back, and he's safe and sound. You know, a lot of people get that from the Bible, safe and sound. So, but anyway, man, I'm still rambling. But anyway, man, y'all be safe as always, and like I said, I'll see you on your next go round. Be safe, stay thankful. Peace out.